The French and German sixth-generation fighter jet project has ultimately failed. According to a Reuters report on the 8th, during the EU Western Balkans Summit, French President Macron and German Chancellor Mozart discussed the progress of the FACEAS project, ultimately agreeing to cancel this joint development project, which had been underway for nearly 10 years and was estimated to be worth over 100 billion euros. However, given past experience, the cancellation of this project doesn't seem unexpected. France and Germany jointly launched the FACEAS project in 2017, with Spain officially joining in June 2019. The project encompassed many aspects, including a sixth-generation fighter jet, drones, and a combat cloud system. The sixth-generation fighter jet, abbreviated as NGF, was projected to have a total investment exceeding 100 billion euros. As early as 2018, Dassault Systèmes of France exhibited a full-scale model of the NGF at the Euronaval exhibition, featuring a flying wing layout without vertical or horizontal stabilizers, a very radical design. This immediately drew criticism, given that France and Germany had never even built a fifth-generation fighter jet. Where did they get the courage to directly tackle the related technologies of a sixth-generation fighter? France and Germany likely realized this problem later on. So when the full-size model of the NGF fighter jet officially debuted at the Paris Air Show in 2019, significant design adjustments were evident. Visually, it bore a striking resemblance to the American Y-23, employing features such as a DSI air intake, V-tail, aerodynamic layout, and lamellae wing design. A far more practical approach than the initial version. However, many netizens remain skeptical about their ability to handle the relevant technologies. Subsequent events proved that technical issues were minor compared to the fierce competition between France and Germany, which ultimately led to the project's failure. From the outset, Dassault Aviation of France and Airbus, representing Germany and Spain, had disagreements, frequently clashing over fighter specifications, project control, work allocation, and intellectual property. In May 2023, Dassault CEO Trappier seriously criticized the organization of the FACEAS project, stating that numerous disputes existed among the three parties during the collaboration. Firstly, regarding control, while Dassault nominally holds the design leadership for the NGF fighter jet, its voting power in decision-making is only 1/3, whereas Airbus holds 2/3. In other words, France provides personnel, funding, and technology, but ultimately cannot produce what it wants. France has become a subcontractor to Germany and Spain, hence its constant struggle for decision-making power. However, Germany and Spain have their reasons. As partners, their needs must also be met. This touches on France's inherent limitations. France's demand is that the NGF not only serve as a launch platform for its nuclear weapons but also as carrier-based aircraft for future aircraft carriers. Therefore, its technology and manufacturing must utilize French or European domestic technology to avoid future dependence on others. Germany, on the other hand, has no carrier-based requirements, although it needs to carry nuclear weapons, but these are American-made. This means the NGF must consider integrating American systems and components during the design phase, ultimately increasing costs and potentially leaking related technologies. France's insistence on strategic autonomy clashed with this, leading to a protracted struggle between Dassault and Airbus for control of the project. Dassault CEO Trappier has publicly criticized the project on multiple occasions, and rumors of Germany's potential withdrawal from the collaborative development have repeatedly surfaced, hindering its progress. The project has been delayed repeatedly over the years, with NGF remaining stuck in the model or PowerPoint presentation stage. Although high-level officials from both Germany and France have tried to salvage the situation, neither side is willing to compromise when it comes to practical interests, making the current separation a wise move. However, after withdrawing, France may join the UK-led sixth-generation fighter project, as there have been previous rumors of contact between the two sides. The awkward part is that the UK project has also encountered problems, and France will likely choose to go it alone, given Dassault's technological foundation. Whether the final product will be a true or pseudo-sixth-generation fighter remains to be seen. Even a pseudo-sixth-generation fighter shouldn't be a major issue, given their own use and the presence of India, right?